Is the leading scorer, 19 goals in 19 games leading up to this one, and he is a couple away from making it 100 in Serie A. Could be his night. We will find out. Calhanoglu will ping it across the pitch. It was like a heat-seeking missile. Found the feet of Bastoni, who can deliver right to the head. We've seen him do that at the club at international level. Back for Calhanoglu, plugging a gap in the back three. Then the ball forward to Darmian. Couple of veterans in this side, you could say. Darmian 34 years old, Echebe 35, same with Mkhitaryan and Sommer. So three in their mid-30s, but lucky number is 26. Di Marco, Barella, Thuram and Martinez, all that age. Now out to the left, Mkhitaryan will try. Can't get the cross in, it's well blocked, and Juventus will have to set up for another corner. Danilo this time, just asking more of McKennie. USMNT player. Well, this time he actually did a good job to marshal Mkhitaryan, closed down that space. It'll be about making sure the likes of Echebe and Bastoni and Pavard can't get their head to this delivery. It'll be Di Marco to send it in from the left. Good curling ball in. It went with Pavard. It's away though. And Bastoni in there as well. Di Marco once more. Now it's Mkhitaryan, took a touch, and this time it's off a Juventino. So Di Marco will rush out to the left side again. Mkhitaryan was lurking with a real intent. Inter with a tough couple of weeks. They've got Roma next, and then they've got Atletico Madrid a couple of games after that. A couple of away games there that are huge in the complexion of their season. Juventus no European commitments. Banned from UEFA tournaments for this particular season, but looking good for a top four finish, and should be back in the Champions League next campaign. For now, it's Di Marco again, the 6th minute at 0-0. Inter looking for the opener. It's too much on that. Yildiz will get there and just poke it over the opposite touchline. Barella wants to take it quickly, sends it all the way back, and Calhanoglu will start again. He is the air traffic controller, you could say, in this particular Inter side. The former Milan player who played 4 years with Milan, is in his third season now with Inter. Still, the Serie A title is elusive for him. Barella did win the Scudetto with Inter, and former Cagliari man himself. He's got a couple of goals this season, 3 assists also. Calhanoglu is the second highest scorer for Inter with 9. Down the left, it's Juventus scrambling to defend, and across comes Pavard all the way back to Jan Sommer. Vlahovic still without a touch in this game. Mkhitaryan's get back there. Sommer will find that is Pavard. They're chipping down the ground. It's a good setup for Juventus to win it back, and they have done so, but the referee's seen something. Mr. Fabio Maresca is going to run down and have words. We saw some early drama in Juventus' last match when Milik was sent off. Now this is Pavard, who's down on the ground. I don't know if he's just spitting out a little bit of blood there, as Vlahovic is now brought over. Maresca doesn't want to see any more of that kind of behaviour. I'm not sure if the contact was intentional. It really was a case of Vlahovic just bearing down upon him to pressure the French defender who joined from Bayern Munich in the summer for 30 million euros. And once Pavard had already let fly with a clearance, then the contact came. No card though. Juventus played 22 matches, Inter 21. So a match in hand for the Nerazzurri. Juventus 1 point behind them. So a chance to overtake them and then hope that all goes well in that catch-up game. Inter can avoid winning it. Juventus would stay above them. It's a bunch of hypotheticals for Juventus fans. They're the most followed club in the land. Inter are the second most popular. Although their fans might contest that they are the number one. They are in terms of the way that they're controlling and dominating this match. A long ball forward. It was about 55 metres. Barella won't arrive in time. And it will be another goal kick for Wojciech Szczesny. 33 years old, the Polish keeper. So last time out when they met in the reverse fixture on match day 13, it was 1-1. Vlahovic and Martinez both scored in that one. 27th minute actually for Vlahovic, Martinez in the 33rd minute. Now it's Rabiot. He's just caressed over the touchline. He went down rather easily under the momentum from Acerbi. Rabiot's going to lose out because Inter's got the ball. And out to Bastoni. To just bomb forward a little bit towards the halfway line. And Juventus is shipping over to form a right side tilt. Locatelli is the man entrusted with picking up on loose balls by the way Allegri's got this set up right now. They've been accused of playing some boring football, especially earlier in the season, Juventus. The last loss was actually in September. That was against Sassuolo. 2 loss. Inter then went and lost to Sassuolo as well. Shaky week for the top 2 clubs. Of course, Napoli getting back to some winning ways. They've beaten Verona in the 3 p.m. kickoff in Italy today by 2 goals to 1, but they had to come from behind. They conceded a header from Coppola. Verona led at the Maradona, and then it was Cyril Ngonja scored his first goal against his former side. Verona, they just bought him a week and a bit ago for 18 million euros, and of course he's had to score his first goal against his old club to make it 1-1. Kvaratskhelia with the curling winner. Still, Napoli a long way off the pace, a long way off these two anyway. It's Inter with 54 points, Juventus with 53, and Napoli are a long way behind on 35 in 7th position. They're equal with Roma in 6th, you could say, or even in 5th with Bologna on 36th in 5th place. But Atalanta, wonderful win over Lazio earlier before this game, 3-1 win to Catalare with a double in that match. And Atalanta are the main contender for that 4th position, 4 points above Napoli and Roma. Now to the left again, Inter persevering in tight spaces. Here's Thuram, first time touch from him. Martinez has hardly been involved. Now it's from Mkhitaryan out to the right side where Pavard awaits. Good control. Mkhitaryan will curl it in, and getting back is Vlahovic, just to make sure that they can put bodies in those areas just outside the box. There's a lot of players there, and it's Danilo who can clear Yildiz, and Vlahovic have hardly been able to combine with any decent passing array. So now Mechanic gets past Di Marco, but Di Marco brought him down. Is there a card coming? It was intentional. The American's back up on his feet, spent last season with Leeds, and got relegated from the Premier League, so he's back. It's his 4th season, 2nd stint. He's been informed he could start this particular campaign more as a right-sided wing-back. His versatility is his forte, you could say. So Juventus in possession under the weight of pressure that Inter's bringing them with a high press. Can they get the offensive turnover? Gatti with Mkhitaryan is omnipresent at this point, so he had nowhere to go. Gatti, but he's won the throw. It's a big start. It's Inter with all the ball. We'll go to the stats in a moment. 14 minutes nearly on the clock. It's 0-0 in terms of the main statistic, which is the scoreline. 80% of the ball with Inter. That is extraordinary. And they are looking to assert themselves, starve Juventus of possession, and really make Max Allegri think about what he can do to get into this match. Now Szczesny takes a long ball, brings it out to Danilo, into allowing him to run forward. Now it's a good diagonal ball in. Vlahovic is a man in form. He's lost out though, and Barella, some quick thinking, back into the middle. It's now fallen to Kostic, the Serbian scored in this game last season. Juventus winning that by 1-0. That was on match day 27. Dinked out from Danilo. Good switch. Finds Gatti, but still approaching the halfway line in the 14th. Another game earlier today was Torino 0, Salernitana 0. Cellar Dwellers getting valuable points. Fantastic switch to Kostic. Cross to the left. It's Rabiot now into the channel. Puts his cross straight into Pavard. And Barella chip inside. Brought down by Locatelli. And back to Calhanoglu. Some messy play. Bastoni will keep the ball in. And be able to bring it forward. And Martinez usually does like to get at least one or two chances in the opening quarter of an hour. Well, that's nearly up. Albeit here is Inter into the attacking half now. Cautious build-up, but now it's with Calhanoglu, so expect something. Out to the left, Bastoni. Looked up, preferred to dish off to Mkhitaryan. Still out on the left window. Marco's wider if they want to go there. It's back with Mkhitaryan. Juventus ball watching. Now it's Bastoni. Good header away from Gleason Bremer, former Torino man, and eventually they can deal with everything that Inter's throwing at them. Trying to squeeze them. The Nerazzurri. Max Allegri is a man that has been under pressure since he's come back into the role as head coach of Juventus, with Andrea Pirlo leaving after Sarri on their last Scudetto back in 2020. It's been a series of wins now for Inter Milan, Napoli. Juventus trying to get back to what would be their 37th Scudetto. If they can do it, there are dark horses this season. They're pulled away from the likes of Milan, and Atalanta's a long way behind as well. Here's Bastoni, chips it in, and it's a wonderful vertical leap from Lautaro Martinez. The shot was blocked as well by Kostic. Back on his feet in a flash, and Calhanoglu will send it back towards Acerbi on the halfway. And forward is Vlahovic. It's a 3-on-3 back there. They'll not have to use Sommer to get the extra man. Acerbi back into position. It's about 30 metres between the back three and the five-man midfield. Pavard. Calhanoglu does love to get back deep. Pavard down the right channel. Back heel comes from Darmian. Does like playing up higher. Saw him deployed as a centre-back. Champions League final. Now Juventus. Yildiz out for Calhanoglu, and who was trying to intercept. It's Mkhitaryan that's brought down by Vlahovic though. And it's Inter with a free kick. Taken with a vertical pass towards Lautaro Martinez, and again away comes Yildiz. The 18-year-old's blocked and told to settle down. Bastoni came off his line to make that challenge. Barella sees a ladder in front of it. It's diagonal on the line up there. No passing channels available, so they will go laterally and towards Pavard. 27 years old, Benjamin Pavard. His first year since joining from Bayern Munich. Here he is with a cross to the back post. It's beautiful for Di Marco, and he volleyed straight into the ground. He hit it on the full, and he's hit it just a little wide of the left post from about, I'd say about 8 yards, maybe a little closer. Getting back was Federico Gatti. Watched that ball onto his international teammates' left foot. Szczesny had that post covered, applauded by the captain, Mr. Martinez, former Racing Club player. He's been happy to see that his compatriot Carlos Alcaraz has signed for a Serie A side, although he could debut tonight here as a former Racing Club man as well. Finally, Vlahovic is shown the yellow, and this is for a challenge right in the centre of the pitch in a tussle against Acerbi. pulling him down and then trying to rinse away from him. I guess he really does feel like a lone wolf up there. There's no Arkadiusz Milik available, who was sent off against Empoli. So it's Vlahovic. And we'll take a look at the benches and the players that are out of this game. As Pavard takes it to Barella once more, back to Calhanoglu, and 19th minute, the yellow card for Vlahovic will be in the back of Allegri's mind. On the bench though is of course Federico Chiesa, also Timothy Weah, who can play a bit higher up, could start as an attacking minded player as a right wing back now. Aside from them though, it's not really Carlos Alcaraz, you could say, could play as a second striker. Here's a vertical pass over the top, can't be beating Danilo from there. He's intended to reach Di Marco, would have been on the penalty spot, but it's out for a throw for Inter. Damian has sent it. Juventus hold firm here. An excellent start from Inter, but they haven't found the goal. Damian goes in towards that right post. It'll end up out towards Lautaro, and it was a smash and dash and hope, but nothing came of it. Out past the left post, up near the byline. It was always going to be some kind of wonder goal. It's hit Cambiaso actually. Lautaro intelligently pulling that one back. His footballing IQ is right up there with the very best. Di Marco will take another corner. It'll be an outswinger away from Szczesny. And it comes over the penalty spot, and Bastoni's there with a header. It loops up kindly for the Polish keeper, who claims it with two hands and goes for the cricket bowl over the top. Danilo's given that away, and now Barella can come forwards up against Locatelli, the two Azzurri international teammates going up against each other. There's a bit of that around there tonight. There's a few Italians, Di Marco, Bastoni, Acerbi, Darmian, all starting with Barella. So there's five out there for Inter with Juve. There was Gatti and Locatelli, and I guess you could say Cambiaso's on the fringes. Maybe he'll be selected sometime. Ross comes in, and it's a makeshift, improvised attempted goal. The steam taken out of it anyway, so back it goes out towards Di Marco, looks up, squares it. Here's Calhanoglu 30 yards out, looked for half a yard and couldn't find it. Out to Darmian, into the middle. Thuram attacked it, and Bremer wants a free kick. It'll come back with interest though, and it's out with Darmian once more. Little chip, and there's Di Marco. Couldn't get there in front of Danilo, and now Juventus can get away. Lovely ball forward, lovely string of passes out towards it's McKennie out there. Vlahovic makes the run to the back post, won't receive. The American's waiting, eventually tries to pick out Vlahovic in amongst three players, and Rabiot gets forward to send the ball out for an Inter throw. And that passage of play has been the game in a microcosm where Inter's coming and coming, and Juventus are hoping for an easy way out, as easy as possible, straight down the guts of the pitch. And for once, Inter were caught. And here, Lautaro Martinez is. There's the number 10, he just has the name Lautaro on the back. Now, this was a case of Rabiot just sticking his knee into the lower back of the Inter captain. Inter has only won one of the past 13 reverse fixtures. That's the second Derby d'Italia of the season. It was away at Allianz Stadium in 2022. Here we go with Calhanoglu. We switch play into the attacking half. And remembering they're going left to right in his first turn. Barella out in the right wing. Good interplay there, but it's cleaned up by Locatelli. A careful pass out towards Cambiaso. Kostic is there also. But Still Rabiot this time picked one up for the team. It's Barella sweeping the leg, you could say. So Juventus with the relieving free kick. They'll have a few seconds to suck them in. Inter have only conceded 10 times and they've scored 50. Plus 40 goal difference in this kind of climate. Italian football is something that's, I guess it's unprecedented for a long time. Napoli's defence last season with Kim Min-jae was phenomenal as well, but Inter really are setting a trend with trying to play defensive football and finding space to get forward, and when they do come forward, they look ominous. As Juventus out of ideas, it's taken away by Cherby, and now Calhanoglu sees something he likes on the far left. That is a lovely ball. Here's Di Marco. Big chance for Thuram. And it's swept away. Wiesn Bremer just doing enough to put off the Frenchman. It was right in the middle of the goal as well. Should have been 1-0, you'd say, if it wasn't for that remarkable defending by the Brazilian, now in his second season. 4 years with Torino. To Kostic on the left now. He needs an option in the middle. Just pinging across in would be an improvement for Juventus, who hardly had a say apart from getting numbers behind the ball. Locatelli. Big ball out towards McKenna. He's high up on the right. Rabiot, central. Quick passing with the Yildiz. Up for Locatelli. Now it's Bremer. And Gatti will go down the right once more. Inter's setup is incredible. Everywhere Juventus go, it just seems that there's 2 or 3 Inter players. Look at the left side tilt in defence. Locatelli is making sure that they're holding onto the ball by sending it to Bremer. Now over to Danilo. Simone Inzaghi animated on the touchlines. He wants his side to shift over. And Juventus forced to go back to Szczesny. The second best away side, Juventus. Inter is the first. But in terms of home form, into the 4th best side in the league. But they are the best on the road. And they were the best in Saudi Arabia recently. They took down Napoli by a 1-0 in the first minute of stoppages. Of course, it was Lautaro Martinez. It's never going to be anyone else. It just feels like it's his world, and the other 10 are living in it right now. So now McKenna is absolutely everywhere. A bit of creative license for him. Starting to win back the hearts of some of the Juventini. He fell out of favour with McKenna over on the left. Danilo. Into allowing Juventus some of the ball, perhaps lulling them into a false sense. Back to Szczesny. Thuram will come forward from a Guingamp. Man, he's joined on a free in the summer. Quite a bit now, isn't he? So this clause is 95 million euros. So now it's Kostic. Couldn't get away from Pavard. World Cup winner of 2018. Doing the job on the Serb. Now from that throw for Juventus, it's back with Kostic from Danilo. Rabiot, Juve's best player from last season to forget by the Classifica, the Serie A standings. They ended up finishing 7th, but only because of the 10 points deduction. They finished 3rd on the pitch. Inter would have finished 4th if Juventus didn't get the deduction. Now Barella is fouled. 28th minute, Inter 0, Juventus 0. So we'll look at the stats once more. The XG on the flash score app is 0.14 for Inter. It's flatline 0-0-0 for Juve. The best chance of the game coming to Thuram there. That was a forward piece of play. What a ball from Calhanoglu from the centre of the pitch up to the far left. Di Marco rarely ever doesn't find the mark, and got Thuram located right in the middle. And if it wasn't for Bremer, that ball would be in the back of the net. Inter would be leading 1-0. And here they come once more, the cavalry. down the left, and Di Marco will go aerially this time, and Lautaro Martinez can chest it down. He's gone down, he's back on his feet, and across once more comes Bremer. I think the referee Fabio Maresca saw a handball against Lautaro. Juventus, they will have Udinese at home next, and indeed it was handball. It's the left bicep that helped Lautaro bring that down there. Danilo and Bremer came across. The Brazilian combo against the Argentine. Really is a world-class player now, and you can read all about that in the Forbes Sports Money pages, and it gets a wonderful piece about how Lautaro Martinez is now a world-class player. Rabia. He's passed backwards. Bremer, world-class defender, I might add, was playing second fiddle to Kim Min-jae. He's off to Bayern Munich, and probably have a look back, but can't find a decent replacement. Bremer, in the meantime, is re-signed for Juventus, and have to troll Milan and Napoli fans. Made his video for social media, but that's another story, also available on the Forbes Sports Money pages. If you read about that, Juventus trolling his Milan and Napoli opponents and teammates. All about Rafael and Victor Osimhen in that narrative. For now, Juventus, who need to go back towards the keeper from Gatti. Half hour gone, it's 0-0 at the Stadio Giuseppe Meazza. Long clearance from Szczesny. Di Marco combining with Mkhitaryan, back for Bastoni. 24-year-old, 5th year since a couple of spells on loan with one with Parma. He was an Atalanta youth player. A really good signing, really good pickup. And Inter and Stephen Jang. They're looking quite strong. Really could have won that Champions League final if things had gone their way. It was big Romelu Lukaku with his big frame in the way at the wrong time. Di Marco could have scored the equaliser as well, I guess. Romelu now back with Serie A and with Roma, who are up there with the likes of Napoli and Bologna. And Lazio, of course, who lost to Atalanta. As I said, they're in 4th. Here's Bastoni out in the 31st minute. Di Marco hugging the left touchline. Inbounds. Good first touch. This is lovely play. And Mkhitaryan is looking for the back heel for Martinez. It was blocked well. And Vlahovic can peel out. This is good from McKennie. There's an overload here. If he can find the right player, he might have to go himself. Here's Vlahovic. Poor control from the Serb. That was shocking to watch. And he's got the hands on the face. He was closed down so quickly. Pavard had to come across to block McKennie first, and then he could pivot away to go towards Vlahovic, and luckily for Pavard, Vlahovic's first touch was nothing short of horrific. He took it towards the left post instead of just, it was about, I'd say, 9 yards away from goal. Just needed to stop the ball and then smash it. Big moment gone missing. Here's Juventus from the corner. Kostic delivers, it's away, and Thuram's hacked down from behind. That must be a yellow for Danilo, and the Juventus captain into the book. He cannot afford to allow Inter in transition up the pitch, because really they are purposeful when they get up there. Sliding through at good speed was Danilo. 32 now, the Brazilian 17th game of the season. He has a goal and 1 assist. I have to say, in that counter-attack from Juventus, McKennie was all important. It was sensational. Informed strikers Martinez and Vlahovic with 6 goals in the last 5 league games, but Vlahovic in front with the 2 assists. That's the decider. Lautaro doesn't have any in the last 5 games. In fact, all season he's only made the 2. Vlahovic has made 3. Now Inter account just outside their defensive third for Juventus. Out on the left, Calhanoglu. looking for an option, looking to go inside. Have to stay out against the touchline once more with Barella. Acerbi now, former Lazio and Sassuolo man, second year with, what do they call him, the Bene Amato, the well-loved, one of Inter's nicknames. Also, it'll be shown at the Grass Snake. You see that on their club crest. It's back with Jan Sommer, hasn't had to make a save, and that's largely due to Vlahovic scuffing his lines at the vital moment. Here with a cool finish. Now here's Lautaro Martinez, here's Thuram. Good passing between the two strikers. Juventus trying to work out something in defence. Calhanoglu is taken aback. It's with Darmian. Hits it first time. Good angle on the cross towards Di Marco. Inter won a penalty for a handball. And again, they are dicing with a bit of danger here as Kostic tries to get inside. Pavard goes for the shot. Not sure if that was a cross or a shot, but Kostic was in two minds. He was better off coming inside where he had support. Instead, he went outside Pavard, away, and in the end, he's put it straight into the player. Was there a handball? Definitely hit the chest of Cambiaso. So I'm not sure what they're shouting about there. The other end, it's a shot from Kostic went to Pavard, and Juventus will have a corner. It will be for Kostic, ex-Frankfurt man in Hamburg and Groningen, and let's put that into the middle. It's away by Thuram. Good defensive skills, obviously taken from his dad, who is a former Juventino. Inter still having to defend. It was a good aerial lead to win the ball, and all of a sudden it's with Barella. What's doing that? Was pretending he's about to go long, putting his foot on the ball and then going behind. That allows Mkhitaryan to come through the middle. And Calhanoglu, 45 out from Szczesny's goal. Barella's joined in just to his right. This is the formation that you'd see on the flash score app, the 3-5-2. It's exactly what it looks like right now with Inter. Juventus in a heat though. Four on the edge of the box, very narrow. Try and plug up the space. Di Marco's made himself available in there. Now Pavard, Barella and Darmian looking to make something happen. A chip over the top. Oh, that's a lovely effort, and the ball's gone in. Inter leads. It's Thuram who scores. And he had to improvise because the big overhead kick came. He wasn't to know that the contact wasn't to be made. How has that gone towards him there? It's into that lead anyway. 1-0 in the 37th minute. Szczesny, there's nothing he could do there, but Marcus Thuram has his 9th goal of the season. And this is a cross that came over from Barella. Poked across. And it looks as though Thuram might be an own goal there. And that might be off Gatti. It was Pavard with the attempted overhead kick, and on the bounce, it's awkwardly bounced through. I think that's not gone off Thuram. That'll be a Gatti own goal. Definitely off the chest of Gatti, and that's why it's gone past Szczesny. It was so confusing to watch. But Inter won't care. They've got the goal. They take the lead on match day 23 in the battle of first versus second. That has to be an own goal off the pectorals of Gatti. They are checking that goal to see if there's an infringement on the way through. Pavard looking for his first goal in Inter colours. Definitely won't be his. He didn't even make contact with the ball. He might have skimmed it with his laces at best. It is a goal. It will stand. Juventus trail. The ball will be run over to the touchline so it can be auctioned off. You've got the cash. Go to the Serie A website. See if you can get that ball. It's gone in off Gatti's chest. That will be an own goal. And we are away for the kickoff. In fact, on the flash score app it says Gatti own goal. So, no goal for Thuram. Didn't get his 9th, but if it wasn't for his run, then Gatti wouldn't be pressured and be in that situation. So, it is all about how you make your own luck. Inter hunting in packs. And Gatti unable to ride that challenge of Thuram at the right post, putting that past Szczesny. And Juventus have conceded number 14 this season. Inter has scored number 51. Stats now. XG 0.6 against 0.00. Even Vlahovic, a heavy touch, couldn't get them off the mark. 39% of the ball with Juventus, though. They've come back in nicely in that regard because they were down 20-80 at one point. 10 goal attempts to 2 in Inter's favour. The corner kicks, though, are 4-2. Juventus just with a couple of corners. And Max Allegri now has to think about how he can get Juventus into this game where it counts. And coming forward on the counter-attack, that's for sure. It's a plus. Something to work on, but you can't just play on the counter against a side like Inter because they will hurt you. Never score more than 1 goal. Now Yildiz brings it back for it's Cambiaso, the inverted run. Now some help from Danilo out to the left. Rabiot still 45 away from the goal, back to halfway. And Locatelli goes laterally back out to Gatti. Does like to score a goal, Federico Gatti. Got his first in Serie A this season. Third goal that he scored, though, was a couple of weeks back. Started off with Pro Patria in the 3rd division. And Frosinone took him on. Juventus signed for €7 million. And then all of a sudden he was in calculations for an Italy call-up under Roberto Mancini. And actually made that debut while playing in the Italian 2nd division. Now Inter, it's a space on the edge of the box for Thuram. Away from Rabiot. And the referee said Rabiot didn't impede. I think Thuram went down lightly. Less than 5 minutes to go until the break, but that's not counting stoppage time. Locatelli. That's an option moving forward. It's been a mercurial first half from Inter. At times, it's Juventus looking a little disoriented, but that's what Inter does to you. Now Rabiot, right in the middle of the centre circle. Enjoying lots of possession between the back three. Now the ball's moved forward on the diagonal. It's just tapped by Vlahovic for Yildiz, but it comes back down the other end with Barella. He's got 2 to get through. He was able to maintain possession, find Calhanoglu, rarely misses with his switches, brings Bastoni into the game. He's going to get it out towards Di Marco, back in for Mkhitaryan, right-footed delivery into the box for Di Marco, and it was seen off, and Gatti this time atoning, otherwise Federico Di Marco was in. Inter is passing around their backline, their defensive third. They're trying to draw Juventus up, find some gaps in between. Immediately they go down there, and Bremer wins it back. Here's Yildiz. It's a cross for Vlahovic, picked up by Acerbi. Here they come. It's up for Di Marco, but it's gone to the back of Gatti, got his body in the way at the vital moment. Now McKennie on the right wing. It's a square option. Inter close it down. Eventually Cambiaso will get there. Out to Rabiot. Bit of space. He comes down the guts of the field. Out for Kostic now. He'll loop it in. Just knocking it into the box towards Vlahovic, who has had a first half to forget, you could say. He's been on the receiving end of a yellow card. Ball over the top behind the Inter defence. Not quite. Danilo's gone up to try and get something happening, but Emma is in a one-on-one situation with Thuram, so he's had to head the ball over towards Simone Inzaghi. That's gone out. And Inzaghi, now in his 3rd year with Inter, will be satisfied with the scoreline. as they think about heading in through that tunnel. So we've got some silverware, Super Cup 2023, beating Napoli in the final. That was in Saudi Arabia a couple of weeks ago. Also the Spanish Cup was there. We brought both of those games to you on Flash Score. 44th minute, Inter lead 1-0 over Juventus. So Juventus with just over half of football to rectify the record, because they haven't lost a game in 2024. They're on the verge of losing that. They did win here last year, and Barella is happy to keep the ball, really push Martinez coming really deep to get that ball. Now he'll trudge forward. Calhanoglu doesn't want to switch, doesn't find the angle. Mkhitaryan, here comes Bastoni. Back in for Mkhitaryan. He's playing as one of the back two. Happy to have the ball. How much stoppage time will we have? Still got about 40 seconds left in the first half. So April 2023, Inter won here by a 1-goal margin. That was 1-0 with Di Marco in the Coppa Italia semi-final. It was a controversial match. It was here back in 2018. I might go into that in the second half. I've got a little bit more time. And now it's with Sommer on his penalty spot. Vertical pass. Barella tries to come off his line to steal it. And the high offensive turnover comes to nothing. Back for Di Marco. And now down the left flank, it's Thuram. He's well marshalled, couldn't wriggle away from the man, which was Danilo, who swung over from the left back all the way over to the right sideline to ensure that Inter couldn't find a way down there. Just the 1 minute of stoppages. Solid first-class effort from Inter. Can they cap it off with another goal? I think if anyone's going to get one, it's them. Happy to hold it. Going for the extraordinary with an attempted overhead kick. It did pay off though, even though he missed. Fell kindly towards Thuram and in off Gatti's chest. That is the own goal that separates the two sides. And as we come down to the last 15 seconds of this first half, Juventus might finally get a shot. Can they cross it in here in time? McKennie has it, he has to go on the left. It's decent, it's over the head of Gatti, and that's away. Thuram will bring it down now. Mkhitaryan. Di Marco is the option on the left wing. Will the referee allow this to go? It's Di Marco out there. Now Thuram into the left half space. Good turn. He's got two against him. And that is the whistle. Referee wants the ball. It's the end of the first half at the Stadio Giuseppe Meazza. And Juventus, they were lucky that they got back in numbers and the referee blew the whistle. Otherwise Thuram could have been in there to centre the ball for a teammate, make it 2-0. They lead by a goal to nil though. It's a Federico Gatti own goal, in off the chest. That goal coming in the 37th minute of play. And you'd have to say if either side deserved the goal, it definitely was the Nerazzurri. We'll be back in about 10 to 12 minutes for the second half in the Derby d'Italia. Welcome back to this Flash Score broadcast. You're listening to Serie A 2023-24 season, match day 23, the Derby d'Italia against Inter and Juventus. It's the battle of the top two leading goal scorers. Neither have a goal this evening. The scoreline reads Inter 1, Juventus 0. It was an own goal from Federico Gatti in the 37th minute off his chest and beyond Szczesny. Not much could be done, but it was all about Inter coming forward as often as possible and eventually found a way through. Juventus have conceded their 14th of the season. Inter has scored goal number 51, and they kick us off in the second half, going from right to left in their home black and blue stripes, the dark shorts, dark socks. Juventus, well, they're in their home strip as well, but they were here at the Stadio Giuseppe Meazza in San Siro in Milan, and Juventus in the black and white vertical stripes with the white shorts, white socks. The ball is currently with Jan Sommer. The first 30 seconds of the second half gone. Juventus haven't touched the ball, and they're going to have to find something from within here because they trail by a goal. They need to win this, at the very least get the draw. Otherwise, Inter will be away to a 4-point lead with a game in hand. They could potentially make it 7 points with about 15 games to go after that, and it could be over before you know it, the way Napoli took the league by storm last season. You just never know. Juventus to stay in the hunt for their 37th Scudetto. They need a result of some kind here. They won here last year. At the same time, it was a 1-0 win with Kostic scoring, so they can do it. They were heavy underdogs last season when they came. They need to find clear passage through. They looked good when McKennie came forward, carried the ball beautifully, and it was an excellent first half that Inter controlled. And you can see all the stats on the Flash Score application: 0.87 the XG for Inter, 0.12 for Juventus, 61% of the ball in the first half for Inter. And we are going forward down the left side. This is good. Inter are through into the left channel. Across comes Bremer and also Danilo to see that ball away. A couple of minutes gone in the second half. Inter still leading by just the one. And Bastoni pulled away at the vital moment instead of sliding in and sweeping the leg of Danilo. A bit disappointed they didn't have the pace to get there. It was really good fluid passage down the left side, and Inter will have the throw, and Bastoni as the left centre back will take. It's about 8 yards back from the corner flag. In it comes. It's a long throw. Two Inter players there. Goes back towards a penalty spot away from Cambiaso. Was there a handball? Referee saw something, and that will go against Hakan Calhanoglu. Definitely was into the arm of Calhanoglu from Cambiaso's header, and Bremer will take this. There was an interesting match here on match day 35, a controversial game where Inter lost by 3 goals to 2. Vecino back then wasn't into play. He was red carded. Pjanic, it was all about Pjanic, the Juventus midfielder, should have been sent off, maybe. Shoulda, coulda, referee didn't. In the end, Juventus were able to go on and win that game from 2-1 down, and Inter just couldn't hold on with 10 men. It was Icardi and a couple of own goals with Skriniar and Barzagli involved, Douglas Costa with another goal, and Higuain scoring the winner in the 89th minute to also help Juventus seal their, back then it would have been their 8th consecutive title, I think, and deny Napoli. So back then it was Maurizio Sarri's Napoli with the Koulibaly and Dries Mertens, Lorenzo Insigne. Heartbreak in the south of Italy eventually. They did get that Scudetto last season, but a very different looking team, and neither Insigne, Mertens or Koulibaly in that side, unfortunately. But it's a new generation of players, including at Milan and Inter and Juventus. And these sides are led by gladiators. Lautaro Martinez in charge of Inter. He's down on the ground after a heavy challenge from behind. Inter with a free kick. And again, it goes back towards Calhanoglu. How would they be if they didn't have him for a string of games? Got through against Fiorentina, but really should have conceded a couple of goals. And some saying that the referee played his part in helping Inter at least not concede a goal. But that game's over. But here in the Derby d'Italia, they lead 1-0. One ball through down the right channel, and Kostic will allow it to run behind for Szczesny to have a goal kick. I've got so many options. Inter, a splendid side from left to right, and keeper to striker. And they have so much depth on the bench. That will play a part in this game. 6 minutes into the second half, Juventus going square. It's out with Yildiz. Needs something, doesn't it? Just can't combine the dynamic with Vlahovic in this particular game. Just hasn't worked, and that's because of Simone Inzaghi's game plan. They've got it out on the left now. They'll put the ball in, and Di Marco's there. Clears, so does Mkhitaryan. Across comes Rabiot. Must be slow motion. The lanky Frenchman now down towards a corner flag, and he was taken by Mkhitaryan. He wants a free kick. Will he get one? Yellow card coming for the Armenian. 51st minute, and Juventus will have a free kick over there. So that's the first one of the game for Inter. In the first half, Vlahovic and Danilo both were on the receiving end from referee Fabio Maresca. How will Juventus set up for this particular set piece? Le Zebre, they're known as, obviously, colours of the zebras. With the black and whites. Kostic. This will be an in-swinger towards Sommer's goal. It's about 15 yards back from the goal line and about 10 yards in from the touchline. Just one in the wall. It's Di Marco holding the family jewels. Kostic now getting his run-up in order as the referee jogs back into position just to watch the scuffles in the box. A whole sea of players there. Coming in from the right wing. Left-footed delivery, Filip Kostic. And will take eventually. Lofts it in, and it's easy for Sommer, but I think you have to take it again. Referee hadn't blown his whistle, he's saying. Have to work something out. It's a bit obvious if he goes back to that area. So out it goes to Kostic once more, and the referee wants him to wait this time. He's actually marking the line of where the ball is supposed to be. So good officiating. And it's a pressure situation for any match official. Colossal game. The result could decide the Scudetto. In it comes again. Same position. And it goes over the head of McKennie. He's got a good vertical leap. He can score headers. He's done so a few times before. If you go to the flash score application and click on McKennie, you can see his previous goals. Doesn't have one in this particular season, but he got 5, 3 and 1. So a total of 9 in his Juventus career. Delicate from McKennie to find Cambiaso. He will go back to McKennie. Inside ball for Locatelli. The switch will come. Good vision. Finds Rabiot. Playing it left centre mid right now. Now he's found Kostic. It's a low, powerful, zippy ball in away from Acerbi. Now to Gatti. Can he atone? Good spell of defending at the end of that first half. Inter looking more likely to get the second goal rather than Juventus get the equaliser in the final seconds. Now Thuram waits. It's a poor touch from Martinez. Goes away from the Argentinian. We might see one off the bench for Juventus in this half. Carlos Alcaraz signing on loan from Southampton. I would expect him to slot into where McKennie is. What a way to make your debut. The baptism of fire here in Milan. One of the biggest games, if not the biggest, of the season between any two clubs. Of course, Milan fans will have something to say about that. Probably Napoli and Roma and Lazio fans also. Even Fiorentina fans will say their clash against Juventus is always a fiery one. Another ball spread out towards this Locatelli. McKenna hugging the touchline to get inside. Di Marco draws in two players. Locatelli can find space. The shot will come, and it's lifted high from Danilo, always rising. And Sommer is untroubled still. And nearly 10 minutes on the clock in the second half. Allegri might have to turn and walk back to the dugout and have a chat to his backroom staff or tacticians as Inter get forward like clockwork. The passing out towards the right wing. In from Darmian. Good turn from Barella. He'll square it up. It'll end up going behind Martinez. Here's Di Marco. And it's a low fizzer, a drive across the face of goal on the left boot, across past the right post by about a metre. And he's hit that from, he's brought it in to the box, and he's hit that from about 16 yards. And Beppe Marotta, formerly with Juventus, a little bit upset about that one. And different feelings for Juventus fans when you see that kind of vision. 10 attempts to 3 in Inter's favour. Let's have a look at some of the other stats. It's now a corner count of 4-2 still. Inter probing down that right side. A good crossing. It's away by Bremer. He watched it onto the boot, and it's a throw for Inter high up near the corner flag on the right side. Darmian will take. So it will be sent in long. And again, the authority from Bremer, and Fizzer comes back in. It's a volley from the edge of the box. I think Calhanoglu struck the outside of the post. The Turk, yes, what control that was. Brought it down off the chest onto the boot wonderfully well through a few players. And Szczesny, I don't think he was sighted, saw it late and watched as it hit the outside of the post, and Inter are inching closer to a second goal. Looking for his 10th of the campaign. And now it's back inside with Inter with the high offensive turnover. Good touch. It's there to be put away for Lautaro. Can't backheel it in. It'll be cleared by Gatti, scrambling it away. Now back inside, Rabiot. Oh, just in time, covering defence was Mkhitaryan to take it back for the Nerazzurri. 58th minute of the game. They lead 1-0. XG for Juventus now. They're off flatline level of 0-0-0 up to 0.12. 40% of the ball. Second half though, it's just one goal attempt each. Inter are back in behind. Out to the right side. First time cross. Goes past Martinez. He had to try and fashion a chance there. In the right post. Juventus had two defenders. Now there's lots of space here. There's a long-range bomb that comes. Instead, Barella sent it back over to the right wing. Breakdown of communication. Will go directly out for a goal kick. Outstanding from Inter. Just moments before. It's a first-time pass from Mkhitaryan to pick the lock, and then in from Pavard to Martinez. But he was the ball bossed away from him by Federico Gatti. So we'll finally get a chance to look at the benches with Arnautovic there for Inter, Aslani and Bisek. Tajon Buchanan could make his debut. Carlos Augusto's there, De Vrij, Dumfries, Fratesi, Klaassen, Sanchez and Sensi. Would expect to at the very least see Davide Fratesi. Usually is the first port of call. Rogani, Rueya, Perin, Pinsoglio, Nongeboend, Nicolò Caviglia, Miretti, Iring Jr., Chiesa, Alessandro and Alcaraz. Also sort of a Giallo named, but not sure if he's match fit. Don't think it'll be risked here. A ball in from the right side. Hits Rabiot's head. There'll be a chance here. Needs to be put away for Juventus. As somehow it is cleared. The danger for Inter. Over the halfway line. Can Thuram get something happening with Lautaro? Forward again. That'll be a confidence booster. In from Cambiaso. Locatelli. Frantic defending there from the Nerazzurri to deny Juventus. Telegraph pass that came through from Rabiot. Now Martinez can chip over for the run of, again, it's Mkhitaryan. Wonderful ball in. It'll fall to Thuram. Needs to be put away. He squared it up for Di Marco unselfishly. But it was about a metre in front of his left-back teammate. And Juventus can hang on. Game is really opening up with half an hour to go. Just the one goal in there. And again, Di Marco wins it high up. Across comes Bremer. He meant business. Takes it away. Out for McKennie. Player down as well for Inter. I think that's Mkhitaryan. Rabiot now. Will Juventus play the ball out? They're bringing it forward. Not looking backwards. Here's Yildiz out on the right wing. He's got magic in those boots this evening. Brings it towards the edge of the box. Good switch by Cambiaso. Back onto the right foot. Out for McKennie. He'll go aerially in. Goes the back of Vlahovic. It'll sit for potentially a shot from Kostic. And I'm not sure whether that was a pass once more or a shot. Juventus saying that it's come off an Inter player. They want a corner. And referee Maresca, he is talking into his microphone. That may have come off Acerbi, and that is what the Juventini are saying. A few minutes before that was Mkhitaryan clearing the danger at the back. Thuram, and then getting down the other end past Bremer. And McKennie has become one of those box-to-box midfielders. He's back in defence, he's forward, he's out on the wing. Juventus will get the corner. Right side, it'll be Yildiz. Can the 18-year-old do? Juve next generation, in for his 13th senior game only. It is a monumental occasion for him. Up goes the one arm, the set piece with Yildiz. Perfect delivery, and the overhead from Vlahovic, but it's sent high over the bar. He picked it up on the bounce and went towards, that's Bremer, who headed it down back towards the goal. Vlahovic had Thuram, Martinez and Acerbi on each side of him, and did get the overhead away, but still put that high over the bar. Now Thuram into the left corner. He'll bring it back in towards the byline. Centres, and back is Rabiot with Cambiaso. He gives it away cheaply. Not good from the number 27. Now Calhanoglu will go a goal again. And he's trying to curl one into that top right corner. So dangerous. And he's a player that is right up there with the very best in terms of central registas, is what they call them in Italy. They are the playmaker, the deep-lying playmaker. Think of an Andrea Pirlo. Outside the box, and loves to shoot from range. He's hit the post in this game once, and it is he, the distributor for Inter. Barella, chance to dink that over for Lautaro Martinez, who hasn't been at his best this evening. Just wonder if he's still carrying a niggling injury. Did miss a game or two at the beginning of 2024. A scintillating play down the middle. It's Calhanoglu once more to Mkhitaryan. Martinez now out for Di Marco. sees the teammates running through. Szczesny is down. Came out and punched. The volley came back in. Might have been an offside flag. And referee now has to call on the Juventus medical team. Now, I think Mkhitaryan would have been offside. Szczesny's collided with Mkhitaryan. Di Marco, the service in from the left wing is substantial, to say the least. He's so dependable out there. One of the best left footers in the league, if not Europe. And we saw what he did against Frosinone with lashing in from about 40 metres over the head of Turati, their goalkeeper. We're going to see a double change for Max Allegri. And these are the first changes of the match. One of them is the lightning quick Euro 2020 winner Federico Chiesa, who will come in for Kenan Yildiz. The other player is Kostic for Weah. Now, we would expect with this change that Weah would go to the right side and Cambiaso, who is versatile, will go out to the left wing. Timothy Weah, the son of George, the previous all-time highest scoring African in Serie A before Victor Osimhen came along. Chiesa is 26. He's obviously Italian. In for his 18th game of the season, has 6 goals, 2 assists, and on course to be his best ever Juventus season. He's had a good first year introduction with 8 goals and 7 assists. At worst, it'll be his second best in 4 years. Such a wonderful player. Started off with Fiorentina, where his father played, Enrico. Back going down to the Juventus attacking end, and it's an interesting challenge by Martinez, and the referee allowed play to go on. It was Locatelli with Martinez. They've had some words. Since then, the ball's been moved on out to the left wing. Danilo now in possession as Juventus chase the game. They need an equaliser, and it's looks like it's Cambiaso that has gone to the left. Kostic is out. Is the number 22 Timothy Weah. He's at the centre of things. The drive will come from Federico Gatti, and that has sizzled a couple of inches wide, and he knows that was his big moment to atone for that own goal in the first half. Gatti has hit that so sweetly, and it has gone about a foot wide. Now, he's hit that in line with the right post. It has gone just a little wide of the left post, across Sommer. A travelling contingency here that have made their way from Torino. Of course, the Juventini living in Milan. They wanted to see that go in desperately. 68th minute, Inter leading by 1-0 in the Derby d'Italia. Second one of the season. So Timothy Weah there involved in the build-up. He was operating centrally just in front of Rabiot and Locatelli. So it might be a case where Weston McKennie and Cambiaso are still out on the right side. And Weah bringing it up once more. He might be about to correct me. Maybe Allegri's changed the formation. Here's Locatelli. Felt the heat and the breath from Mkhitaryan behind him. So we went back to Danilo. He's still a 3-man midfield, but Amago is long. That is a sensational ball out towards McKennie. Really starting to come into it. They've got a lucky bounce here. Vlahovic came off second best. Big collision there. More legal though. Here's Barella. Squares it up. Just in the outside of the box for Di Marco. He'll chip it to the back post. Big chance! And what a save that is off Nicoló Barella from Szczesny. Could be the save of the game. Volley hit first time. It came in floated from Di Marco on a platter for Barella, who executed it so well. But so did Szczesny with the save. And now Rabiot can find Weah. He's operating in at inside Weston McKennie. Now Rabiot will try one on the left boot. Hits Acerbi and Bastoni can clear. Now Thuram wants to bring it down the left touchline. Inzaghi willing him on from the coach's dugout. Thuram takes on the man, gets a shove in the box and goes down. The referee says nothing there in terms of a penalty shout from Thuram. He could be notified. For the VAR team, Mr. Doveri will be having a second or third look at it. Always tough to beat Bremer. Some of the league's best players on display, and it's quite vigorous out there. That was a big bump on Thuram, but it was body to body. It wasn't a push, so it was shoulders and bodies. And so far, Juventus have shown a bit of fight in the second half. McKennie out in the right wing once more. Has Weah behind him. Instead he goes inbound where Rabiot will chime in. Chips it in and there's a shove. That's into the back of Chiesa there. Back out to the right. Weah up against Di Marco. Now Rabiot wants to drive, did get it away. Mkhitaryan knew that it was coming. It's a telegraph shot. He had to get a big backlift on the leg. The French midfielder, maybe not as quick and nimble as last season. Now Di Marco can clear the lines. Inter having to stand up to this challenge from Juventus that know that they need to, at the very least, leave Milan with a draw this evening. Di Marco now, the counter-attack is on, across towards Barella, and again a vital nick away from Locatelli to divert the passage of the ball. Now Chiesa can take on his man, which is Pavard, inside, outside, still the number 7 for Juventus. Goes square, first time shot from Vlahovic, and again, the shot goes into the man. Inter in their defence, in the right places, standing there. And Juventus are smashing the ball into their opponents. 71st minute. It's tense. Pressure can crush you out there, and it could be a matter of bringing in fresh legs. Some players looking out on their feet, and therefore Simone Inzaghi is about to make a double substitution. Just seen the 2 changes with Juventus so far. Max Allegri bringing in Weah and Chiesa for Kostic and Yildiz. Thuram go down. It was a shove from Bremer, that is for sure. But it was body and body. No tug of the shirt, no push. Carlos Augusto will come into the fray. He will go in for Darmian. It's Dumfries going over there, and Di Marco and Carlos Augusto will swap. So 2 like-for-like substitutions. Denzel Dumfries is in. And he is quick. Barella with a huge occasion in front of goal from say about a 45-degree angle, volleyed. And it was beautiful to watch, but so was the save with the feet of Szczesny. 25 years old, Carlos Augusto, Brazilian, come over from Monza in the summer. He is a magnificent player, and for his 22nd game of the season, yet to score for Inter, has 1 assist. Juventus coming down that left wing again. They draw in 3 players. Now open up space just outside the box for McKennie. 25 yards out. Now Weah out on the right side into the half space. Wants to take on Carlos Augusto. The 2 substitutes going at it. Augusto winning and toe poking that ball forward to Thuram. Running it forward. The legs of the Frenchman taken. And again, the referee saying it's simulation. Juventus can come again. Dumfries. He's on also, 27-year-old Dutch right-sided player in for game number 17. Now he has 2 goals and 3 assists this term, so creatively he's up to the occasion, but he's got a job to do out on Cambiaso. Danilo forward for Locatelli. diagonal pass. And from Locatelli through to Chiesa, no goods. They win it back, then give it away again. Mkhitaryan has been crucial. Dancing around is it's Calhanoglu. Bastoni looking up, has to go around McKennie. Has to give it to Carlos Augusto. Will go all the way back to Jan Sommer. Timothy Weah, another American out there at 23 years of age, and for game number 18, yet to score for Juventus in Serie A. Does have a Coppa Italia goal, and played 5 times in the Champions League this season. He's another player that left Lille in the same fashion as Rafa Leao and also Victor Osimhen. Much bigger money signings though. Timothy Weah coming over for 11.3 million euros. Still substantial. Now chip into the box. Locatelli just to the edge. Brought down, and Juventus will retain the ball. That's thanks to Rabiot. Chiesa, Rabiot out on the left. So Gatti is the man to switch to. They go a little shorter than that to Bremer. Eventually Gatti allows Inter to shift across. And this is where Inter are exceptionally good, where they can soak up the pressure, get on a loose ball. It's Lautaro Martinez who drops it for Thuram. He can take it in on an angle, tries to give back to Martinez, to Juventus. Gatti own goal, in off the chest. That goal coming in the 37th minute of play, and Juventus have been able to safeguard Szczesny's goal in the second half. It's two sides with really good run of clean sheets this season. It was 13 for Inter and 12 for Juventus. And Paul Pogba for Juve tonight. Of course, he's out with a whole range of issues. And Marcus Thuram's going in the book here. And will be brought off. Marko Arnautovic is coming on. Thuram is yellow carded because he was taking way too long to go to the halfway line where he should be walking off. Instead, the referee orders him off behind the goal. Marko Arnautovic comes on. He wears the number 8, the former Bologna striker. Second stint at Inter. He was here at a very young age. Didn't work out. Third change of the evening for Simone Inzaghi, who his side has a corner from the right. Calhanoglu brings it in, headed away by McKennie. It's at the near post to be sent back out. It'll go all the way over the goal this time, out on the foot. So Thuram congratulated by Simone Inzaghi. He's done a lot of running on and off the ball. Arnautovic in for game number 15. Finally got his first Inter goal after 24 with Bologna in 2 seasons. Arnautovic did get a goal against Genoa in a 1-1 draw. So goals conceded in the last quarter of an hour. Inter have never conceded this season. And Juventus and Bologna and Fiorentina, whole string of clubs, they're next best with 3 goals conceded in the final quarter of an hour. That is sublime from Simone Inzaghi's side. That's why they are the number 1 team. Juventus looking to clear with a long ball. They'll have the throw because it's come off. It was Arnautovic. Simone Inzaghi, of course, nominated for the Best FIFA Coach of the Year awards. He came third behind Luciano Spalletti, and first place Pep Guardiola. I got to interview Spalletti after that. That awards night took place in London a couple of weeks ago on a Monday. And here we are at the Miazza, Inter leading by a goal to nil. Spalletti, a former Inter coach. And Juventus get it back in the middle of the pitch. Now, it is interesting that Inzaghi, despite Lautaro Martinez and his inability to offer the same run as Thuram, he's brought him off he's brought off Thuram and left Martinez on. So I think he's just leaving Martinez on for the fear factor of this Juventus backline. Because as they get more desperate for the equaliser, they will leave more space to be exploited. And that is Lautaro Martinez in for goal number 20, mark my words. Inter has a goal kick. Sommer in the 80th minute. He will knock this forward. They don't want to go short. Everyone going to the halfway line. It'll be an aerial battle here. The heavyweights of Italian football. Just the one goal in this. Rabiot goes up. So does Dumfries. Loose ball picked up by Arnautovic. He's been caught there. So about 40 yards back from the byline, Locatelli just getting the right ankle of Arnautovic as he was running away from the goal. Inzaghi also yellow carded while not on the pitch in the 79th minute, should adds. A lot of opinions from there. That's the third for Inter this half. Thuram, Mkhitaryan and Inzaghi. For now it's the number 20 who will take this set piece. He's, I'd say, 40 yards at the very least away from the right post. Sends it in long. Good delivery to the spot. Juventus can get it back to the halfway line with a big header. Who will be the clever of the two sides? The intent shown by the sides is that both of them want another goal. Inter looking to assert themselves as the front runner outright. And even if they did somehow lose by 2-1 this evening, they have the game in hand. Currently with 57 points in the live standings, Inter. Juventus 53. It is up to Allegri to take the initiative here. Chasing the game, Inzaghi knows he's probably been able to read the script of what Allegri will do. Will he bring on the likes of Carlos Alcaraz, try and shake the game up? He's an unknown quantity in these parts, never played in Serie A. Young Argentinian. I think Inter's going to have a free kick here. No, referee said play on. Danilo can't clear. And picked up again on the right sides. Pavard has been huge. Here's Arnautovic just into the box. Out for Dumfries. Puts it low. Juventus can pick it up. Come out through the left again. Not too many options. Chiesa trying to wriggle his way out of trouble. Wins a throw. So Samuel Jr. could be something for Allegri if he wants to bring him on, but for now it's Allegri with Chiesa coming forwards, and his final pass towards McKennie, it was easily read. Inter back with it, 83rd minute. He's had Fratesi if he wants to bring him on. Instead he's liking what he's seen in the middle, Simone Inzaghi. He's only brought off the two wide players and Thuram. Doesn't want to tinker with the engine. Here's Bastoni trying to feel his way through a couple of Juventini defenders and gives away a free kick, I believe. Or did that come off Gatti? So I think Bastoni actually got foot to ball, put that into Gatti, and then he diverted away. It's a grand back three. Into it's actually going to be a corner. No, it will be a throw. Carlos Augusto to take. So in it goes with a long throw over the penalty spot. That was interesting. Back with Dumfries. Has to go inside the man. And that was Cambiaso out there. Has switched to the left side. Comes towards Dumfries again. Low cross taken by Szczesny. No one attacking it for Inter. They've taken the foot off the gas somewhat. Something in the last 6 minutes. Is there? Juventus rattle the cage, as they say. Hasn't been luxurious football for them at all this evening. Vlahovic, a really good opportunity to settle the pass down and then shoot. It was a horrible touch away from the goal. In that first half, they looked a little discombobulated, you could say. Out towards Gatti, very wide. Almost in slow motion. He's a big boy. Now for Wayne. They'll shift it. Barella to Danilo. Two of the trusted defenders in this league. From Manchester City, Real Madrid, and also Porto player in his 5th year, Danilo, 32 years of age. They go down the left again. Inter happy to watch Juventus look out of ideas. Just waiting for a gap to open up. They'll switch it out to Gatti from Locatelli. Inside his way up. Out to McKennie. Needs to take on the man and make something happen. Locatelli's there. Look a little fearful, you could say, Juventus. They don't want to give the ball away. Has Inter been able to pick where they're going? Here's Chiesa trying to make it happen from the left. His cross easily dealt with. Juventus will try and win another throw. I think Rabiot's managed to do it. Going back down the line. Now Danilo once again. Rabiot really needs to be an option in the middle. Instead he's out with the ball on the left. Now Chiesa. Cross, and Carlos Augusto's there. Gatti positioned himself on the outside of the box. And it's hooked over the top. Out comes Jan Sommer. The ball safely at his feet. Such a safe goalkeeper. The number 1, that's for sure. This particular season he's overtaken Magic Mike Mignon. So here comes Max Allegri with, I say, the last roll of the dice. Alexandro looks like a man coming on. Miretti might be the other, but here's Inter. They're back, and here's surely the winner. What a save that is from Szczesny. And Marko Arnautovic, he is not the man that you want to pass it to at the crucial stage. He simply has so much difficulty scoring in an Inter shirt. Lautaro started this. Dumfries put it over 8 yards away at the left post. It was well hit by Arnautovic in his defence, but somehow the ball goes straight at the keeper off his boot 9 times out of 10, and Inzaghi is ready to pull his hair out. That should be 2-0 for Inter. Everybody here in the stadium feels that, and they are incredulous. A collective incredulity, and it allows Agnelli's and also the Allegri's one last chance with 2.5 minutes to go. It is Gatti and Cambiaso off. That is the right side of defence. Miretti is on with Alexandro, and Miretti is a really good ball distributor. Alexandro offers run. And who will go where? As also Inter are going to make a double sub with Danny Klaassen. So Bastoni and Barella will come out. It's De Vrij. So Klaassen is just to plug it up. Defensive midfielder. He's come over from Ajax. That is the 4th and 5th substitutions for Inter. No Davide Fratesi, interestingly. Arnautovic, Carlos Augusto, Klaassen, De Vrij and Dumfries. Corner comes in from the left side. Szczesny with a double punch. Nobody forward for Juventus except for Chiesa. He's got 3 to get around. It's now back all the way to Sommer. It's from Klaassen. Need to get their shape back into if they're to hold this lead and go out to what would be a 4-point lead in the standings. 90th minute. We're at the beginning of that. Chiesa, Weah, Miretti, Alexandro, and now we will see the new boy, Carlos Alcaraz, making his debut. And what a time it would be to get the equaliser and make a name for himself. At this storied club, he comes on to wear the black and white for the first time, on loan from Southampton with a big fee if they keep him, something around 50 million US. And he goes in for McKennie. That's where you'd expect him to go, that right side of midfield that can carry the ball and make runs. Scored something like 4 Premier League goals. Very quick one against Arsenal last season, 27 seconds in. Southampton managed to get a 3-3 draw, even though they led that match 2-0. High ball forward. What can Alcaraz do? Maybe he runs forward to pressure Calhanoglu. It's out on the left side. And Lautaro Martinez wins a free kick. That was against Alcaraz. The two former Racing Club Argentinians. They're both out there. Alcaraz coming in. And we will see if he can get the ball rolling into the goal, though, is what they want. As we're into the second minute of added time. We've got 5 minutes of that overall. Now, Arnautovic backheeled it for Martinez. He's saying it was a handball against, that would be Bremer. There's a war of words between those two. Arnautovic has played okay since coming on. Should have scored, though. Out with Locatelli. Here's Weah. Back inside, it's with Rabiot. Everybody back for Inter. Down the channel. Locatelli's ball picked off by Acerbi. Smash it forward. It's a rugby clearance. It'll go out, but he's made about 40 metres. Alcaraz, at 21 years of age, makes his debut for Juventus. 23 games for Southampton in the Championship this season. 3 goals, 1 assist. Can he find the space? Tries to put the ball forward there, and that's picked off. This time, Inter will have a free kick. Martinez takes one for the team, and it's Rabiot that's given it away. Sturdy positioning there from the number 10 for Inter. Was able to fend off Rabiot, then go to ground, convince the referee, draw the contact. That is how you do it at this level. Simone Inzaghi looks as though he's about to take a huge step to what would be his first Scudetto here. Juventus just need one last chance. Alcaraz, pirouette turn. Uses his energy levels. Out to Locatelli. Now Weah back in for Alcaraz. Has to chase. He'll square it up. Luckily it's gone across Lautaro. It's all the way to Rabiot. They'll try the cross once more. It's there for Weah. It goes over his head. Chiesa will pick up. Tries to curl it over the top of Mkhitaryan, the 35-year-old, playing all the way through to the 94th minute as if he's just started the game. Corner kick, Juventus. Less than 2 minutes to go. Can they find the equaliser? Everybody coming up. Where is Szczesny? Chiesa will send in an outswinger away from Sommer. He's floated that one in. Now this time Bremer got there first. Locatelli's the last man back. It's a huge clearance. Szczesny didn't go up for it. But Juventus will have a throw with 90 seconds to go. Miretti's there at left back. He'll leave it though. Alexandro will take. Inside is Bremer. He will go short. Back for Alexandro. Got the ball, Juventus. Szczesny out of his box. He might have to send it long, and does so. 60 metres forward to the heads of Bremer. He's been sent there to sit just behind the strikers. It'll come back. Rabiot all the way out to Weah, but Carlos Augusto gets there first, sends it over towards a touchline, doesn't make it though. Timothy Weah needs to find the man inside. Locatelli didn't know what was behind him, so he sent it to Alcaraz. It's a vertical pass. Rabiot, Locatelli again. 45 away from the goal though. Got to improvise. Here comes Chiesa. He drew the contact. Chance here at the back post. Cross that came in from Miretti. And it was curling towards the head of Bremer, who stayed forward. 15 seconds to go. I think Inter will hang on here. The battle of the top two in the country. The battle of the top two goal scorers in the league. Neither of them on the score sheet. It might come down to the own goal from the chest of Federico Gatti, from the pressure of Marcus Thuram. That is all we have here at the Giuseppe Meazza. It is the own goal that decides it, and could have decided the Scudetto. A big step for Simone Inzaghi. His side win at home over the fidanzata d'Italia, the girlfriend of Italy. They lose here at the Bianconeri. An own goal is all it took. Arnautovic should have made it 2-0. Vlahovic had a chance. McKennie, well, he was instrumental bringing the ball forward. The best players out there for Juventus, definitely Locatelli, and really good run from Kostic. He came close on one occasion, but Sommer really not having to pull off any big saves. And to Szczesny's credit, save from Barella, magnificent save from what looked to be a deadly volley. And apart from that, Arnautovic in the final quarter of an hour. Inter hang on match day 23. You can check the Flash Score app, the standings right now. Inter first place, 57 points, and they have a game in hand over second place Juventus, who are 4 points behind.